Okay, today is day plus 3. I know it's been a couple days since I put another video out. I actually feel a lot better yesterday and today. I'll fill everybody in on what's been going on. On day 0, when I got my stem cells, it was a fairly...
We have a video for that.
yeah, I know. Just to recap. It was a fairly uneventful time. Like nothing really big happened. They come in with syringes filled with my stem cells, and they're like 50 mil syringes, so they're massive. And they just hook up to my my port here,
Trifusion catheter.
whatever it is, and they'll just slowly push them back in. The preservative was kind of a weird feeling. They did say that it was gonna make you feel kind of funny.
And make you smell like cream corn.
Yeah, and I smelled like corn for like 2 days. It's an interesting phenomenon.
Not a joke.
It's very well
Smelled
known,
like corn.
but that's a different story. I was pretty dehydrated day 1. I had a lot of intestinal issues.
He had thrown up a couple times
Thrown
too.
up a couple times, and it was causing my heart rate to be significantly higher in a resting state, just because you kind of need liquids in you. I again haven't been feeling too bad the last 2 days. I got moved around quite a bit yesterday. They say that it's kind of like a calm before the storm. I don't know how much worse I expect things to get right now, because day 3 to 5 will start to get back down to the kind of a rough area, because you will go back to being neutropenic. Means all your neutrophil counts, your white counts are going to drop to 0. You know, that's what they expect. They want that to happen. That's all the old stuff that's dying off. Even though I've got new stuff in me now, the old stuff has been bonded to and is going to die off appropriately.
Yeah, and it's gonna take a couple days for the new stem cells to actually find their way back into the bones and then start recreating stem cells.
So there'll be a little bit of a lull where I won't have any immune system. That's normal. That's fine. They have me on medications daily to keep me from getting sick. I mean, I'm in an ICU room in the hospital where I'm only allowed one visitor, which is the person that's been staying with me since day 1. She's my primary caretaker and love of my life, and she's dancing in the background.
Come again?
But it's nothing that I haven't dealt with before. On my induction therapy of APL, the last 2 times that I had cancer, it was almost the same exact song being played. I had no immune system for a while. I was getting chemo every day, and it's really not a huge ordeal to me at this point. Infection is a problem. They don't want that to happen, but if I keep up good habits, keeping clean, sanitizer,
Yeah, we've already got the starts of mucositis, which is just...
Well, I'm talking about just infection-wise.
Yeah, it's not necessarily an infection, it's just the fact that you have no white blood cells to help keep everything healthy. It's basically he's starting to get sores in his mouth, his intestinal tract is starting to go downhill a little bit. We've been having stomach problems.
You're expected to have intestinal issues because, I mean, a lot of your immune system is in your intestines. On top of that, the effects of the chemotherapy is very wearing on the body, and especially the GI tract. I'm starting to feel a little bit of those effects in my mouth, and it's kind of when they're supposed to start. It's harder to eat some stuff. It's kind of painful, and it'll get worse. They have pain stuff for that. Like on severe cases, they'll give you like a morphine drip, which that's what it's made for. But I would rather not let it get to that. Salt and soda wash every day in the mouth. It's basically like a homemade mouth rinse to keep bacteria and stuff from growing and keep you healthy in there. It being day 3, the unfortunate process of which I was trying to avoid, the hair is starting to go. funnily enough, it was my beard more than the top of my head. I can actually start pulling out hairs just casually, having a couple come out at a time. I expect that to get worse over the next couple of days. I wanted to keep it as long as I could, but it's kind of expected this to happen. It'll probably continue losing most of it, from what I've heard, over the next week and a half. It will grow back, but it's a different. It's a change. I'll deal with it. I got bandanas and stuff. Is there anything else that I'm missing over the last couple of days? I'm trying to keep a good recap.
No, the only thing that I kind of thought maybe you should also talk about was at least your reaction to some medications when you were talking about they put you on the heart monitor and talking about different side effects when you're having your rough day. Sometimes the way he reacts with dehydration and just kind of reacts in his own way to medicine is his heart rate will increase. And he had an episode where he stood up from the bed and his heart rate shot to 180.
Yeah, and it's something that I have had happen in the past.
Yeah,
and
it's something more predisposed to him than anyone else that we've talked to.
We've gotten it under control, but from the last 2 times that it's happened, it's mainly because I was dehydrated severely when it happened. Both times I had recently just emptied my body in every way possible, and I haven't been able to hold things down. Your body does that. It's known to do that. Dehydration leads to higher heart rate, and it doesn't help that while I'm underneath all this chemotherapy and trying to recover, I'm anemic as well. I don't have the cells replicating into my red blood cells, and my hemoglobin's low, so already my heart rate's going to be a little higher considering I'm working a little harder to get oxygen flowing around. They'll infuse me with blood if I need it. Once I get below a certain threshold that it starts to get dangerous, they'll give me more blood. But for the most part, we would like to wait until we see a chance for the body to recover on its own. If it hits that threshold, they don't mind to give me some, but for now it's just rest and try to recover. There really isn't anything left to do from this point on. Deal with the side effects, the mucositis, the neutropenia, no immune system for a little bit, be safe, be clean, be careful, and that's it for now. Hopefully I can follow up with some better news here in the next couple of days. And that's all I got for now. God bless and have a good day.